Welcome back, guys, to another Zero DTE video, and today Coach Ernie is going to be talking about the Divergence Indicator, so make sure you stay tuned. If you're interested in becoming a pro trader, check out the link in the description to join the world's #1 Zero DTE trade destination. Enjoy, guys.
If you just show us again as you keep doing, and we appreciate it, but maybe just go over the opening divergence with us. Like maybe run
Yeah. People have been asking about that. It's brand new too. It's not new in that why I created it and how I created it and the philosophy behind it and all that other stuff. But it's new in terms of use and experimenting with it and getting the settings right and all that. I think I have some settings that look pretty good. That could change. But in the main settings are that I think that what you're talking about there is when does it show up? And it's all relative to the market open. So the way I want to show it up is in my morning session. So I'm going to show my chart. So here's my morning session, and I want it to show up inside those two lines, the red and the green line. The way I do that is with these two settings at the bottom, session start and session end offset. It'll start showing 5 minutes after the session starts and stop showing 180 minutes after the session starts.
Yeah, I'll check those, make sure I have them right.
Then it'll only show during that period. I could send it all the way to the end of the day by putting 390 in here. For instance, if I go to the one over here and I make it 390, it'll go all the way to the end of the day. See, it just extended all the way to the end of the day, but that's not what I want. I guess you could do it all the way to the end of the day because it's still valid, but that's the reason why I created the offset.
Okay.
The settings themselves, that's up for debate. That's what I just chose, and it seems to work okay. I could probably come up with better settings if I had the time to fool around with it, but so far it seems to be producing pretty good results. Now, you might say, I don't know how to read the results, so to me, they're shit.
I'm still having trouble getting the settings window up for the divergence stuff.
What do you mean you're having trouble getting the settings window up?
Yeah, I don't know where you're going to get that to come up. So I think I'm missing.
Do you know how to get settings up on any indicator in TradingView?
I thought it was supposed to click on indicators and then it would show in that menu somewhere, but I'm not seeing it. I get indicators.
So you don't know.
My menu.
That's okay, because now you're going to know. All right. So once you choose an indicator and then get it up on your chart, there are two ways that you can get the settings that go along with that indicator. On any indicator, it doesn't matter what it is. If I had volume profile, I'm showing it right now, right? There are two ways I can get to that. Now, there are two different types of indicators. There are those that are on chart, and then those are on the lower pane. So all these oscillators and indicators like my open score with divergence is in a lower pane, but things like moving average and Bollinger Bands and stuff like that and volume profile are actually in the chart itself. Anything that's in the chart, those indicators are all listed up here in the upper left-hand corner in this kind of like really dimmed out gray text.
Okay.
You see that up there?
Yeah, I'm looking.
And when you move your mouse over it, it will show like 3 or 4 icons to the right of that gray text.
Okay,
the first one is an eyeball that will let you hide or show it. The second one is the settings. You click on it, you get the settings.
Okay, cool.
All right. And the same thing for the ones down in the lower pane. It's this dimmed out text. And it has the eyeball and the settings. And then it has the script and all this other shit.
Oh, wow. Okay.
All right.
I see it.
So you can get the settings there too. Now, there's another way to get settings. You can go to the indicator itself and make sure you have your finger pointer right on top of it and then double click, and that will open up the settings too. And you can do the same thing with the one down here. Double click on it and the settings will show up. All right. So now you know.
Yeah. Thanks.
Now, the other thing about settings, this is really important. Once you make the setting and you like those settings, make sure you go to this little menu down here, defaults, and save it as the default. So every time you bring it up, you don't have to reset it every time. It'll use your defaults from before.
Okay, great.
Especially for the volume profile, because you spend a lot of time and you get it the way you want it to look. And then if you don't save it as a default, it's going to come up with that shit volume profile every time. And it's going to piss you off. And we don't want to be pissed off. I know, it's surprising, right? No one wants to be pissed off. So save it as a default, all right? You got it?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. So as far as the opening divergence, how you read it, let's first open up the settings just to see what's in there. Besides all these numbers and everything, let's look at the colors. So there are 4 colors. There is a bullish and a bearish score color. All that's doing is scoring the momentum, either up or down, from a divergence point of view. That's all it's doing. And it's basically looking at it from a statistical point of view and divergences and seeing how all the data or all the buys and sells are happening, at what frequency and statistical calculation, blah, blah, blah. And it puts a score on there, either red or green. Basically, it's telling you whether it's going up or down, right? That's it. That's all it is. I generally don't pay attention to it. but it's there. I pay attention to it sometimes because it looks like we're coming to a structural level, and it says, no, we're just still red or green. And I say, okay, I believe you. Because when we see a structural level, we want to take a trade. We're thinking, oh, it's going to stop there at the structural level. Because Ernie said that structural levels, that's when you get support and resistance. Therefore, when there's support and resistance, it must stop there. No, that's not true. Sorry, I get a little excited. Just because there's support and resistance doesn't mean the market has to stop there. I don't know, that's like mind-blowing. The market does whatever the hell it wants to do. There's a high likelihood it will pause or rebound or fiddle with a support or resistance level. Very high likelihood. But sometimes it just blasts through it because it doesn't give a damn what you want. So that's why I created the indicator. So that the indicator is actually looking at the internals, all the different trades that are going on, and then seeing if there's some sort of conflict in there, and that it's starting and the data is no longer going in that momentum and it's starting to diverge from what price is saying. That's the whole idea of a divergence indicator. It's looking at all those internals and saying, yeah, it looks like price is going down, but internally it's saying, we're having some problems with that. That's what a divergence is. It's diverging from what the direction seems to be versus what the internals are saying it wants to be. And it's like a forward looking. In other words, it happens before the actual action, which makes it really cool. But if you don't know that, then you're thinking the divergence happened, now it's gone, and so it's not going to happen. That's because you're an idiot and you don't know what you're actually looking at. But now that you're no longer an idiot, that it's a forward-looking indicator, that it's pretending that a divergence is about to happen, or a correction to the divergence is about to happen. See, the divergence happens and you don't see it, and then later on a correction happens, which is the reversal.
Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the like button below. If you're interested in becoming a pro trader, remember to check out the link in the description for Ernie's school community.